So, yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, very good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing well. Just tell me about yourself.
Yeah, I'm also doing amazing. Thanks for asking me too. And
And
welcome to the session. And today we are going to discuss something really very important, which is really significant for all the speakers, whether you are a beginner or intermediate or advanced speaker. But we should have this a great knowledge about this thing. So, would you like to introduce, or shall I introduce about that topic?
yeah, you can. Mm.
Okay. So, in this very video, I would like to discuss with you passive voice because this in our schools, the way we were taught, it was totally conventional method. So, as a result of this, we took English as a subject, not as a language. But nowadays, because of we are working on a communication skill, we are taking English as a language, not as a subject. So here now it's time for us to make it easier for the viewers, for the subscribers who really wants to learn, especially passive voice, and they want to use. So, would you like to help me in
Yeah,
this?
of course. Because speaking is different thing. Like, of course, speaking is a skill. If you are able to speak any language, so it means you have a skill to speak. You don't know about grammar, you don't know anything, but you are speaking because you know how to speak. You are listening to people, and by this way, by listening, by reading, by doing all the things, people can speak. But when it comes to, okay, just tell me about what is passive, what is this and that, so people, they don't know actually, is like, similarly we can speak our native language, Hindi. And do you think that we know about Hindi grammar and all? We don't know actually, but we speak because it's our mother tongue. So if we are learning any language, so we must know, like, what is the correct way to speak language, because we are not going to learn all the grammar and all the rules to become fluent on this language. So let me tell you first that I didn't learn passive from the book, but yes, I have watched so many videos related passive, and I listen a lot. Like, I love listening to people and the way they use passive in their conversation. So the same thing I also try to use when I am speaking to anyone. So of course, my mind provides their way of speaking when I listen to people, so I can catch their way of speaking and their words and so many things from them. So the way they use passive in their conversation, so I do also same. So they use
I think
different.
you are absolutely right, and I think if we are really passionate about learning or mastering this language, then we should know each and everything. Yeah, I'm not saying that you have to learn passive voice initially in your beginning stage. No, having learned so many things, then you can go for this. Because passive voice is a kind of thing when you start using passive voice, then it makes our communication skill. We sounds more advanced and अच्छा लगता है means
Yes,
that's why
yes, yes.
we should use. Yeah,
Let me tell
just
you.
okay,
Okay.
so I have so many questions regarding this topic, so I would like to discuss all those questions with you. So, are you ready?
Yes, so now I'm going to tell you how to use passive in our conversation. Okay. So actually, yesterday I uploaded one video where I narrated one
Okay,
story.
let me ask my first question, then you can reply. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So, my first question is why is it significant for us to use passive voice in a communication, as per
Hmm.
you?
Yeah, so of course we must use passive while speaking, because when we use passive voice, so that time we are hiding a subject, that we are hiding subject, but we are showing work, that okay, we have to focus on only work, that this type of work is being done, or is this type of work is done, or this type of work has been done. So we don't show like subject. So we, if we are speaking, if we are speaking and we are using passive voice, so that time we sounds great, you know, it's like we are able to speak, it's like we are speaking great English. And when we are again and again we are using subject, that my mom, you know, my mom washes my clothes, my mom cooks food, and again I'm using subject. And instead of saying sometime of course, sometime you use subject, sometime you use passive. So by this way you have to mix, you this is a English, so we know how to speak, how can we adorn this language, and how to like articulate our words, our thought here. So by this way, and suppose when I speak, so literally when I talk about my past time, so I don't use all the time subject, I just hide, sometimes I hide subject. So it depends on you that whether you are speaking with passive or you are speaking with subject. So sometimes it's sometimes I say
Uh,
that.
let me tell you my own point of view about using passive voice in a conversation. Actually, while using passive voice in a conversation, our purpose should be only one, that you want to focus on the receiver more than the doer. When we have to represent the receiver that some work is being done on that person, or some work has been done. Okay. Like if I have to say, like I speak English, then I can simply say I speak English. But when I have to say English boli jati hai, then I can simply use English is spoken.
Yeah.
So here I'm not referring to a person who is speaking. I'm referring only that receiver, a thing which is being done, which is
Yeah.
done each and every day by all the things. Okay, so my next question for you is how many types of passive voice are there?
See, there are so many types of passive, but generally we have eight passive. If I talk about tenses, so like in present time we have three, and in past time we have three, and in future we have two. But apart from these passive, we have like in modern, like of course when we talk about model, like so there we can find some more passive, and some for advanced structure we have passive. Suppose if I say that uh, earlier like my dad used to be like my dad used to beat me a lot, you know, it's like active, my dad used to beat me a lot. So instead of saying my, you know, earlier when I was younger, so my dad used to beat me, but instead of saying he used to beat me, I always say that I used to be beaten a lot, you know, earlier. So for
Yeah.
advanced you have passive, and for model you have passive, and for tense you have passive. So when you speaking, then you get to know. And of course we can use passive easily without learning so many things, such as yesterday I uploaded one video in which I narrated one simple story. First I narrated active story, and after that I showed how to use the same story with passive voice. So such as like, okay, I'm going to tell you what I did over there. So suppose yesterday I got up early in the morning, I got fresh, then I saw my mom was in the kitchen, she was preparing breakfast, and I saw my dad, he was like reading newspaper, and my brother, he was washing his bike. And after that I went into my room and I started watching TV. And then my brother came and he gave me some money, and he said go to shop and buy milk packet. I went to shop and I bought one packet of milk. Then I came, I handed over that milk packet to my brother. And this is active, I didn't use passive. And again I spoke this story that, okay, yesterday I got up early in the morning, I got fresh, then I saw my mom was in the kitchen, so breakfast was being prepared. This time I didn't say that my mom was preparing breakfast, I just said that instead of saying this, I said breakfast was being prepared. And of course then I saw my dad, and like newspaper was being like read by my dad. You can say use by, after by you can show subject, otherwise there is no need. And then I saw that like bike was being washed, and after that I went into my room and I started watching TV. Then after some time my brother came and I was given 10 rupees to buy milk, and I went to shop and I bought milk, and then I came and I handed over the milk packet to my brother. Then my mom came and she said to me that your room is dirty. I said, Mom, today I'm not going to clean my room. Then suddenly my mobile started ringing. I picked up the call, my friend called, and I went outside, and after half an hour when I came back home I saw that my
Wonderful,
room had
wonderful.
been cleaned.
Wonderful.
Like,
I think you have already mastered this. Yeah, there's
yeah.
no doubt because you have been learning this language for a very long time. So the way
So
you express yourself, it's really very great way. And I think in order to achieve that much fluency and in order to be able to use all those passive voice and all those sentences, you must have put lots of efforts. There is no
yeah,
doubt.
easy, ma'am. It's easy. Suppose uh, we suppose if we want to use passive, so we have to hide, like we need to hide subject only. And of course,
I think
suppose in present time,
I think
in
you
present
are
time,
really very good at spinning stories.
yeah, because sometimes I make solo videos or where I can show them. Today I'm going to make one story. Today I'm going to tell one story in which I'm going to use model, only model. I'm going to make one story with the help of model, then passive, then causative, then conditional. And so I tell them that how you can use all the thing in your conversation. So especially I make them for make this type of videos. So I know how to use, and it's easy. It depends on us that what we are going to speak, whether active or passive. Suppose in present time I can say that my mom is washing clothes. So why should I say my mom is washing clothes instead of saying that? I can say that
So thought being was.
yes. So it depends on you. It's have fun, like you can use anytime.
Okay, Gyan Chandra. Now, one by one, we, especially in this particular video, we would talk about only
Yeah.
tenses and their passive voice. Okay. So one by one, first I will discuss one, the second one you can. Okay. And in this way, we will be discussed all the passive voice. Okay. So the first one, I would like you to discuss and talk about the rules and some information about that. And you have to make it easy for the viewers to understand.
Okay. You are talking about tense or passive?
Present simple.
Tense. You are talking about tense. Present simple. Okay. If I talk about tense, so yeah. So if I talk about present simple tense, so it's of course it is a tense, but in spoken, of course, whatever you do every day, whatever you do every day, or it's your habit
You
to.
didn't get my point. You didn't get my point. I'm asking, means I'm saying that we know the rule of present simple tense, but here we have to talk about how to change that present simple tense into passive voice. You have to
Okay,
talk about the rules of passive voice, not about present simple tense, because we already know.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Sorry. So, of course, if we have three passive in present time, like present simple and action going on like continuous, and like action done means perfect. So for present tense, like present simple, of course, we have three helping words like is, am, are, and we have three types of like subject. Like, of course, we have two types of subject like singular and plural. And here, if I talk about I is also a subject. So for I we have am, and for singular subject we have is, and for plural we have are. So suppose we are doing any work. Suppose I just say that my mom uh, makes tea every day. My mom makes tea every day. So here my mom is subject, but I need to hide my mom because I'm not going to show subject, who does this work. I'm
Means
going
you
to
don't
show.
want to express that your mother is making
Yeah,
something for you. Your mother makes something for you. You want to
I
focus on the object.
work. Yes, I'm going to show uh, only work, only or like object, that what kind of work is done every day, so that okay. So suppose in active I just say that my mom makes tea every day, but my focus is tea, that tea is made every day. I'm not going to say that who makes, but I'm going to say that tea is made. So my focus, my intention is to tell you tea is made every day. You know, tea is my singular subject, tea. We can't like say that it's our plural subject. If it were plural subject, so we instead of saying is, we should just say are. You know, suppose my mom beats my brother every day. You know, my mom beats my brother every day. So of course here I can say that my brother is singular subject. So my brother, of course,
Is.
with singular subject we have to put is. So my brother is beaten every day. You know, my
Yeah,
brother is.
and I think in present simple tense, the rule is really very simple as compared to present simple. In present simple tense, there is a it's really very difficult to use s or es, but here when it comes to using present simple tense as a passive voice, then it's really very easy as compared to active voice. Active
Yeah,